Echo Delta India Romeo traffic number 006 taking off runway 5 straight out departure.
There's a small grass airstrip in a place called Herkenwald, which is just to the west of Bergstein, in the Hertgen forest. If you take off from that and turn immediately right, you come across Hill 400. As picturesque as this terrain appears to be in this imagery, it was a horrifying experience for those that fought in the Hertgen Forest campaign between the American and German forces between the 19th of September and the 16th of December 1944. Some estimates place Allied casualties around 55,000 and Germans around 28,000. Here we're flying over the outskirts of Bergstein, just at the base of the hill, and you can see where the church area is, or the chapel, or the Bergstein Church on the Hill 400 map in Hell Let Loose. This flight path we're on now is coming down across the small township nestled at the base of the hill called, if you're clever enough you've guessed it already, Zirkel. And this is, if you look at it very closely, just horrifying terrain to have to fight in. Imagine trying to crawl your way up this hill to fight against infantry embedded there. Of course, we're not playing on a lovely, pretty green forest with fluffy bunnies and flowers. We're playing on this. And as we fly over it from east to west, this is Hill 400 itself, we just zipped over. Just take a look. I mean, it's pretty brutal. There's bunkers and shit everywhere. Trees have been shredded, rocks, hills, stuff. Here's the north to south flyover. And we fly over the 3 points. Flak pits, just here. Then up on the top of the hill, of course, once we get to it, is Hill 400, which is designated by the radar tower and all of the bunkers just here. And then as we zip over the other side, we pretty quickly hit southern approach. And I mean, if you haven't already worked out, or if you've never played on this map, this is hard stuff. This is foot slogging stuff. Tanks aren't going to work real well in here. The first area we're going to start off with is southern approach. Technically speaking, it's southwest of Hill 400, where this was actually located. But what they've done with the maps is they've reoriented them so that north on your compass actually matches grid north on the map, so the grid lines. It was too confusing for people that compasses actually pointed in the correct geographical direction. Anyway, as we fly over southern approach here, and we're just doing a little bit of an aerial circle, you can see it's a bit of a bunker complex. And then there's a lot of trenches and stuff sticking off the sides. And then, of course, the 1,000 million billion pine trees, rocks, and all sorts of stuff. I guess there are ways of shooting through the forest here with a good rifle, but submachine guns are probably the more effective way to go. And grenades. I do find on this map, though, that lobbing grenades around, they tend to roll downhill a little bit too much, which gets a bit frustrating when you throw it somewhere and it goes somewhere else. But as for the specifics of how to attack or defend this point, well, as we look at the north from the south side, so this is flying along on the south there, looking north at Hill 400 up the back there. Look at the way the terrain is sloped, because it's a giant freaking hill. Let's face it, it's 400 metres high. It's a spot height 400. So we're looking up the hill. You've got to climb that sucker to get into the attack there. And as we flip around now and look from the top of the hill down, southwards facing effectively, same sort of thing. What's important though is this little ridge line just here. It's about 100 metres or so from the point. You can see it forms a natural little barrier there for you to put a firing line on and shoot down into the point. So a great spot to attack from, I think. And of course now as we park ourselves on the middle of the point, we start by facing north and then we swing around clockwise. You can see how close quarter battles this area is going to be. There's so many different ways. Look at that. I mean, it's 10 metres away and suddenly you can't see anybody. So they can approach from all sorts of different angles when they're attacking. This is a bastard to defend unless you push out from the point and get your all-round defence a good 100 metres out to stop those staging points from occurring. Now let's jump up onto Hill 400 itself. So this is it here in the middle of where that radar tower is, the little bunker semicircle thing you can see there. That's the capture point effectively. And It's the top of a spot height 400. That's what 400 means. It's spot height 400. So 400 meters from the bottom up to the top there of whatever above sea level it is. Now, if we look at this, it's a giant bunker complex. That's what it is. There's bunkers facing in all sorts of different directions. There's trenches all over the place. But the most important thing I want to point out here is the prolific use of barbed wire up here by the developers when they've made this map area. Now, this is barbed wire, concertina wire, that cannot be removed by players or anybody. It can't be blown up, it can't be destroyed or anything like that. So it is permanent barbed wire. What it does is it funnels people that are trying to push onto the hill through very specific attack lines, because you can't get through or over the barbed wire everywhere else. Now we're going to have a bit of a look at that from this north-facing perspective. So we're down the south side of the hill there. You can see this row of barbed wire here. You can't get through that, as in over the barbed wire itself. You can only go in between chunks of this barbed wire. And that's critical to understand. What you actually want to do when you're preparing for this particular fight is learn where all of those barbed wire channels are, so that you know where to either defend against the enemy coming through or attack when you need to find a hole. So here, look at this. That strip of barbed wire, you can't get through here. You've got to go round to the left of this bunker to get up onto the hill. Quite challenging if you don't understand this. You'll be running around everywhere and getting shot by every bastard while you're trying to work out where to get through. And now if we jump on top here, as you can see, we're in the 360 again, looking north, starting off and then swinging around to the right. I'm going to lift the camera up here and we're going to look over the top of the bunker, of course. But see, it's not far out. It's only 50 meters, maybe even less, before you start losing line of sight to anybody approaching. So that barbed wire, keeping that protected, is going to keep you fairly safe on the hill. Last but not least, we'll jump on down to Flak Pits, which is on the north side there, as you can see, of Hill 400. And I guess the best way for me to summarise this area, it's another little sort of sandbag bunker complex with bits and pieces of equipment and stuff around, and a flak gun hiding in there somewhere. But the best way for me to summarise this area is that, despite the trees, it's more open than the other two areas. And what do I mean by that? Well, we're gonna have a look at that in a minute as to what the line of sight on the ground looks like. But you can see a further distance in most directions. It's still got the same challenge where you've got up the hill, like Southern Approach, up the hill you've got a little road area with effectively what is a beautiful little firing line that the enemy could, or the attacking team could set up on. Now we'll get onto the north side and we'll have a look at what I'm talking about. See, here on this road here, you could actually have folks staged up here putting fire support down into the point while your mates advance in there. It's going to be a bit of a prick to hold again. There's all points on this one. This particular round are going to be hard to hold. Here's the south side facing, looking up to the south, up over the hill. Lots of cover to come in behind here. Lots of rocks. You can move between rocks and throw smokes and get in there. So again, challenging for a defending team to try and protect. And now if we do that panoramic, look how far you can see here. So that's pretty useful to understand, because it's more relevant to folks who are a good shot with a rifle than the other 2 points. You can see in from quite a distance out to a number of different directions here. So even anti-tank guns could probably be set up way off into the distance there and put some fire support in. Something to think about anyway, I think. As we finish off with a little zoomy around Hill 400 itself here, the enemy are seen here, here and here. What do I mean by that? Well, you're never going to know where you're getting attacked from until bullets start flying or grenades start getting lobbed. That's the problem with this map. With only 25 people, you can push out, sure, but people could sneak straight past you 5 feet away and you're never going to know. The other thing I'll say is that multi-axis attacks are always important, sure, but those teams that either forget to put up multiple garrisons and OPs or aren't good at it will probably get by in this a little better, because it'll be so hard to work out where the buggers are coming from anyway. Food for thought, I think. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the BiGD Premier League round. What are we up to? Round 6. Time for stuff to get real. Stuff, not the other word I was going to use. Let's turn that off. Let's turn that on. Let's put the camera Streams, I've done something bad there. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I'm alive. I'll get rid of the overlay shortly. We're doing the setup thing and stuff and things, and I'm on kid duty tonight. The kids are out doing stuff at the moment in the lounge room. The missus is doing the election, and I've got fucking people helping me out here. It's a great time. It's good to be alive. People have had whiskey. It's just a great day. So first of all, an entertainer of sorts. Yak Panzer, okay, Riley, good evening, mate. Welcome to the stream. Hello there. Hello there. Wait, I've even got a button for that. Hang on, where it is. Yes, you can't hear it, but the people listening can, so that's all that matters. It is. All right, good to see you, mate. And then, of course, also, actually, shit, I haven't put your microphone on. Let's try that again. Hello, Riley, how are you?
Oh, hello, I'm here now.
Yeah, there it is. So your voice is actually coming through.
I'm never here, but excellent.
Happy days. And, of course, joining us tonight as well, he's on mute in Discord, so he better unclick that. From the OC Clan Installation. G'day, mate. How you going?
Good, mate. Sorry,
Excellent.
I was finishing up a peanut butter sandwich.
Oh, wow, you are really living large tonight, man. Here it is. Okay, so, well, what are we going to do here? We're just going to put on the video spool, whatever you want to call it, the aerial view of, not the map review, the aerial view. We're just going to let the video play in the background here of Hill 400, rather, which is, of course, the map that we're actually going to enjoy tonight. Oh, boys, what do you think of Hill 400? Riley, I'll start with you.
It's going to be a real meat grinder. That is a prick of a map. It's quite hard, so it's going to be really interesting seeing the close quarter stuff and see who sits still and see who gets shot.
Mm-hmm. I'm feeling like there's going to be people getting shot a lot.
You'd hope so.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of tanking, though. What do you think there, Lotion? Much tanking coming tonight?
Oh, it's going to be a lot of blind shots through trees and a lot of trees being hit by said blind shots.
Well,
I don't think
in fairness, that was actually a problem, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, gents, that some of the forestries in Europe are still dangerous to this day with all the bits and pieces of ammunition and frag and chunks of metal and stuff still stuck in them from the war. Does that sound like something? Yeah, you've heard that before? Yeah.
Yeah, especially Hill 400's in one of the parts of Hurtgen Forest on the German-Belgian border, and yeah, it's the same. There's still a lot of live stuff sitting there waiting for people to step on it.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's fascinating. It's fascinating, that part of the world. The number of times as war's been fought there must be some shit. There was a website I was watching, or YouTube site I was watching not long ago, about metal detectors. These guys that go around, parts of Russia and Germany and all that, and actually look in old battlegrounds and find out what's going on underground. And they're pulling out fucking weapons and all sorts of stuff. It's amazing, amazing stuff. Like where they just mass dump things, or where sites were hastily retreated from, and then they were just kind of left and buried over time. Anyway, look. We're not going to have any of that stuff. What we're going to have tonight is the brutal battles that are fought on Hill 400. And the first one is going to be between 3 Para and the public team. And that's a points game, folks. Ladies and gents, that's actually a points game. So we're just cracking on straight away tonight with points. Riley, who's going to win that one?
Sorry, mate. I was too close to one of 3 Para's machine guns. What was that one?
Well, we're just asking who's going to actually win the 3 Para.
Well, I reckon it's going to be a close one. 3 Para are a pretty talented bunch. But the Big public team has come a long way since the start of the comp. So I think it's going to be a fairly close fight. It's going to be probably really good, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just trying to find the results from the other week. There's a little image somebody sent, and I can't bloody well find it. So just to see where we're at with the points on the board. But look, it is going to be a great match. So what a great way to start off this weekend's BPL. And then, of course, followed up tonight at 2000 AEST, live cast plus 15. The Foy boys are taking on the NRD AAS team in a practice match. Who's going to win that one, Lotion? What do you reckon?
Ooh, I'd have to say the Foy boys if they can get the numbers.
There it is. He's thrown it. He's thrown it down there. He's thrown it down. What do you think, Riley?
Look, I think the Foy boys have been probably playing together as a bigger group for longer, but we've already seen NRD have some upsets against OC as well in some practice matches, so could go either way.
Right, there you go. I just realised I haven't got my nice little... Hang on, my son's yelling at me. What do you want, man? All right, so I'm probably going to have to jump out and fix up his TV for him in a minute. That's fine. So, look, that's what's happening tonight. Now, what's happening tomorrow night is, of course, at 1900, we start off again with the OC and the TFK teams going head-to-head. Lotion, who's going to win that one, mate? This is being recorded, by the way, just so you know. Your clan is listening.
No comment. Well, I think TFK have definitely improved a lot. It's going to be a good... It's going to be testing out skills in terms of shooting ability, but I think the meta game still needs a bit of work.
Yeah. And look, I was having a chat to him about some of the things, comms and stuff. And, it's really interesting how they've improved over time. Then, of course, we follow up tomorrow night with the scratch match, which is one of my favourite parts of the BPL is just all the new randoms that come and join us for the scratch matches that are played. And I'll advertise it straight up now that anybody who's interested in playing at that match, there are still spots open. It tends to be more than 25v25, so you sometimes see two tanks on the field and things like that. But they'll just go with whatever numbers attend on the night. But definitely worth a go there, folks, if you haven't played in the BPL and you want to actually experience what the next level of things is. I just got shot while waiting. That's excellent. Thank you, whoever that is. On the public team. That's going to fucking go in the book of grudges there, people. All right, so we're waiting in game to give you a look at what I'm looking at here. Let's turn that up for a sec. So there it is. I'm dead. Sad times. I think it's just going to be a really interesting weekend on Hill 400, guys. And the reason I say that is because there's so much about this map that is so challenging. You know what I mean? Like, people that rely on tanks normally can't rely on tanks anymore. That sort of stuff. I don't know. I think it's going to be a bit of a tough one.
It is. It's a hard map to play. And that's, I think that one of the things I appreciate about Hell Let Loose is that it makes the maps accurate to what it was in real life. So it gives you an appreciation for the different... You've got to be adaptable, which is good.
Yeah, that's right. So Spawned has killed me while I'm waiting here, so he's getting into the Book of Grudges there. All right, so there's quite a bit going on. This is the second last round of the BPL, and I still haven't found the results screen. Riley, who's where at the moment when it comes to the actual... scores at the moment? Who's at the top of the table? Where are we at?
At the top of my head, I think Foy Boys and OC are both at the top with 3 wins, but Foy Boys have played one more game than OC. So if OC win all their games, they go and get it. And I think on 2 points we've got NRD and 3 Para off the top of my head.
All right.
And I'm not sure where the public team is. Anyway,
it's getting on. It's getting started here, and I'm going to turn my overlay off for the actual filming here because I don't think it actually value adds at all. Here we go into the armor squad, create a locked armor unit. All right, so it's flak pitch straight off. Probably, in my opinion, one of the easier ones for dealing with what this map is actually like. Just going to do our quick setup here, folks, and then we'll get the camera up. And now I have many cameras to play with tonight, which is really cool. I think I've got 5 at the moment, and we haven't tested them yet because it's been a very long day. So why don't we start with that now? Let's get some tests up. So this is Lotion's. There you go, Lotion. You're up there on the screen right now, mate. That's excellent. And big screen for Lotion. Look at that. Gorgeous, mate. Lovely. Yag Panzer top right corner. There we go. So Lotion and Yag Panzer, your screens look great, mate. That's excellent. And then there's Yag Panzer's full screen. It's a little bit... No, it's all right. It'll probably be all right. Here we go, though, folks. Magical Arab up top left now, and there's his full screen. So that's Magical Arab, of course, is from the public team. And then on the top right, no, Whiskies is not working again. No good there. All right, let's see if we've got one other here. That one hasn't worked yet either. So I'm just going to quickly try and get that set up. We've got to just muck around with this very briefly. I'm sorry about that, folks. We've got, hopefully, hit the streets from the 3 Para team is going to give us his screen. And I'm just doing his setup. It came in late, but that was my fault more than his. Let's see now. Let's see if we've got it. Here we go. This is our chance to see hit the streets. Oh, it is working. I am pleased. But I'm going to have to move it very quickly. So hit the streets screen is working beautifully, but he is on the wrong side. Because what we want to be able to do, of course, is have him, oh, that's not right, have him up in the top right corner and Magical Arab in the top left corner. Let's see if I can get that correct now. Here we go. There you go, folks. We have got one from each screen right now looking at those. How good is that? What I'm going to do is I've got to go and turn the TV on for my kids here, and Lotion and Kiwi, I'm going to hand over to you guys. Lotion, I'm going to get you to hover over the point if you can, please, mate, and do the aerial shot and start some commentary for me, boys, while I quickly go and sort out a television thing. So thank you very much. I'm excited to get on. That's not the right screen. There we go. Happy with that. Over to you, gents.
Righto. Well, I'm on the 3-para side for the moment. They've got all their nodes up before even leaving the 3-minute drop down. They've got everyone in their trucks. So how's it looking on the BiGD team, Luke?
Yeah, they're still getting their nodes up onto the BC line at the moment. They only got one set up before start. Full troop transport's running in towards into Flak at the moment with 4 squad leaders on it. 5.
Okay.
So I think they're going to go for a redeploy OP once they get there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're much the same over on the on 3-para. They've got a full troop truck and a supply truck heading up to Flak Pits, and then because Eastern obviously is a defensive point, they've got a truckload of dudes heading there as well. So looks like they've spread fairly evenly.
I'm back, lads. I'm back. I'm going to go back to my full screen. I'm going to take Lotions off of big and put it on small. Whoa, what did I miss? Anything exciting? I'm looking at this now and saying, oh, the holy fuck me, that's an entire truck of people just spawning out of it. 3-para are sort of raindropping a little bit here, whereas the public team have just dumped everybody there, haven't they? Ooh, okay, cool. They're right in on it. This is great. This is absolutely great. So let's see what we're looking at right now. We are looking at Arab and Hit the Streets. Arab's the top left, Hit the Streets is the top right. And we're watching my screen on the main screen, and this is going to be a little bit interesting.
We had a car crash.
What
we
happened
had
there?
a traffic incident.
Reported. Absolutely reported. I'm just going to hover over that. That's excellent. Here we go. There's there we go. The Fallout's gone for his oh, look at this. It's machine gunners everywhere. Fallout's gone for the Rambo moment and died. Rabbit's got that, and then he's died. Nick Popolopoulos, or whatever the fuck his name is, I don't. Why do they do this to me? Is this a conspiracy? Is it a conspiracy?
Absolutely, and it's hilarious, and we endorse it.
There it is. There we go, folks. So this is really good here. Soups is down. Okay, so there's a couple of squad leaders in there from the public team I'm watching here now. Paddocks is coming around on the left there. They're 3-para a little bit outnumbered. There's Jimmy coming in on that right side. What have we got here? Zhao Zhao's there as well. Sadie's dead down the back. Timmy's down. Oh, I think the public team's actually got the front foot here, haven't they, guys? Yeah.
It seems that way.
Absolutely.
But in F4, 3-para got a big contingent in that lower quadrant of the sector. So let's see what they can do with that coming down the mountain.
Just spun around to have a look at that. So I was looking down the hill a bit too far, and I'm looking all the blues down there, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, this is pretty good from public. Have a look at that absolute waterfall coming down the hill there. That must be about 10 or 15 3-para guys there coming off the top of the hill. So what are we looking at there? We're looking at quite a bit of sector control from the top of the hill. I think that's quite critical everywhere. Oh, we even talked about it in when we were doing the live cast the other night. Someone was in practicing for the public team. Who was that? Gosh, I can't remember who it was. Anyway, they were, it was Hoogs and someone else. It was Hoogs. He was up on that hill with a machine gun. There he is up in the top right corner of my screen right now, trying to make his way down for that. But 3-para have definitely captured the early capture here, I think. I think they've got the pressure on the point. How are we looking for, what I might do there, guys, is quickly whip across to you both. Lotion, I've got you up there, and Jagpanzer, I've got you up there. Lotion, what do you got on your side there? Which side of the team are you on, actually? I've just got to have a look at that, don't I? Which team are you on?
On the public team, and I'm having a look at, well, all their OPs. They've got 5 close to Flak Pits, and I would say they're probably going to flop onto them to try and get more people into the strong point.
So I'm going to say that, Riley, you're on the 3-para team. Is that correct?
That's it, Matt.
All right, so what I'm doing here, folks, just quickly, I'm bringing up the little mini images so that we know what we're looking at any given time. I've got to get rid of the NRD and AAS ones. Okay, so there's the TFK one as well. What I've done there, as I worked out a few weeks ago, was actually I put the little icons up the top of the screen next to the bar that's permanently up the top. So BiGD are the blue side so far as this particular screen is concerned, which is mine, which we'll keep on for most of this. And 3Para are the ones on the right, the orange players. So that gives you an idea what's going on. This point is not being taken by anybody, lads. Riley, so talk to me about some of those things that you've got on your side there, please, mate. If you pop up your map, we'll go full screen for you, and we'll have a bit of a quick look.
Well, first off, we just saw Ethereal actually get a kill, so that was, a Christmas miracle in itself. But you can see that 3Para really dominated F3 and F4 in a line, but their OPs aren't super spread. So if they get a push into that F4 sector, they're going to be in strife. Similarly, they're quite back. So it's almost a real front line in that neutral sector at the moment between the two sides. So
there you go. I'm just looking at someone's just played Benny Hill theme. Someone's playing the Benny Hill theme in the thing, and it's just
excellent.
Throwing me beautifully. That was good work. Gee, thank you very much for that. Oh dear, at least I've got the sound turned down. Okay, so if we now have a look at just my screen here in the map, and we've got one garrison. It's probably a bit thin on garrisons there. A lot of OPs, but it's all sort of in the same area. And now we're having to look at, you can see that garrison just went red. That means that the 3Para guys are back there, clearing that one garrison out. And I reckon that's huge. Let's have a look here. What do we got? No, it's Hitler. All right. Well, shit, hang on a second. We can have a look at that because we've got these guys, haven't we? There's Arab and Hitler again. Here's Hitler top right corner, and he's running around trying to find a garrison back there. And so we can actually watch that in real time. And Arab's not providing me with great footage here because he's dead again. I think we could do polls here, Jagpanzer. We could do polls.
Absolutely.
And we could count how many times one of our point of views dies.
One of them dies, yeah. We need like a little sound effect that pops up in the stream.
We could have a pool on it, bet on how many times the point of view will die.
Yeah. How many times are the viewers watching a black screen?
Yeah, not contributing to the stream at all there, is he?
Yeah, welcome to Hell Let Loose.
Yeah, exactly, man. Welcome to Hell Let Loose. You're dead. Oh, okay, cool. Now what? All right, so ladies and gents, welcome to the stream. Sledgy's in there. G'day, mate. Good to see you. Tattoo's there. All right, hang on a minute. What do we got here? So, Loesch, tell me what they need to do here. Tell me what the public team need to do to try and capture this point. They've almost got it by the looks of it.
They just need more bodies in the strong point cap weight. That's it. It's really hard for the Axis to move down and into that cap sector from that hill without clearing them.
All right, very good. Riley, what do you think that the 3Para need to do?
It's much the same. Like, I'm noticing it's just constantly contested, this strong point, because everyone's sort of going straight for the heart of it, and they keep getting pushed back and forth and back and forth. So I think 3Para need to dominate a little bit more up north and start to come around on that main push from the west on the public team.
All right, well, in other news, Magical Arab's dead again.
It's not really news anymore, is it?
I think he's just got it permanently on that screen. Maybe his computer's breaking. No, there he is. He's running around somewhere. Let's go and follow him and see what's going wrong for him. I'm just going to bring the camera over here now. So we're hovering over Magical Arab, and he is, of course, that top left screen as he runs up through the bush. See, what he's trying to do is run up the hill and flank around towards the top of Hill 400, and therein lies the problem for him, because this is an absolute bastard trying to get up there. When you've got guys, I think it's strike back, strike something. He's up the top there with a machine gun. And
he is. I'm watching him, yeah.
That's a bugger to get up that hill. Loesch, how do you get around that, man? How do you actually attack a hill like this?
You either go very, very wide or get better at shooting. One of the two.
So, why wide we're talking, maybe out the Delta 5, Charlie 5 somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
All right, there's a friendly bombing run coming in. I don't think it's it's taking out the first. It's wiping out half their team.
Oh,
no, tell me that is not a friendly bombing run.
Oh, that is 3-para. That's straight across the offensive line of the pub. Oh, there's the friendly one.
There's the counter. That's what it was. Because a message came up saying friendly bombing run, and then all of a sudden that one hit and wiped out half of the Blues. I'm like, oh crap, he is going to pay for that. But
it is some bombing on bombing action here.
Oh, that was great. Oh, that was awkward just for a moment there, wasn't it? All right, so let's talk about who's commanding at the moment and who we've got in the teams very, very quickly as we watch those 2 point of views up the top there. Actually, I'm just going to whip across to you guys. Lotion, I'm going to keep yours up for the moment so you can do some aerial over it, please. Riley, we'll flick up yours as well so you can look at the team breakdown on yours, please. So, first of all, starting on my side, Wormald is the commander. Then we've got a whole heap of the usual names. The usual criminals are in here. Arab Hoogs, Attila, Soups, Tomcat, Kashi, Zhao Zhao, Paddock. I mean, these are all familiar names to us now. These guys are Ethereal, the straight shooter. Right, there's his shout out for the night. So congratulations, Ethereal. You'll have had another one. Another shout out. Jelly's in there as well, and OC, Fiercey and Life. But these guys are admins, so they're actually holding points and doing a look around at the moment. But, you know, the normal culprits are in there for the public team. How about you there, Riley? What do you got on your side, mate? Talk to me about that.
So we've got the leader and the founder of 3-para as their commander, being Airborne Kiwi. And then they've got all the regular names. We've got Tommy and Frenchie, still loser in their tank. Hit the Streets is our recon. And then everyone's sort of filtering down from there. So a lot of the regular 3-para names, James May, Jimmy the Hand. And they're going to put quite a good competition together here. So, which can be said, but no one's capped the midpoint yet. We're 15 minutes into the game.
Aren't we just? It's not.
Yeah, we're...
Nobody wants it. Well, actually, I think, to be honest with you, they're fighting friggin' hard for it. There is smoke everywhere. What is interesting, and you raised it just before, you've got a tank on the 3-para side. There is no tank on the public team that I can see. Just having a quick look at the map again. I can't see a tank anywhere. I'm not even sure. Oh, there we go. We've just got our first... Shit, what side am I on? I'm on 76. Our first 76 is coming out. And I'll do a quick shout out to Rusty, who's in the chat there, mate. He's an expert tanker. I've been looking at some of his stuff, and he's a very good tanker. But that's what he focuses on. So thanks for joining us tonight, mate. Perhaps we could see some excellent tanking on Hill 400 from these guys, or perhaps they'll just keep running into trees like I do here. Loach, do you take tanks on this map?
No. I would almost say use the extra 3 on the ground.
Well,
I could see that they've also got a Stewart and a 75 medium parked up.
Saw that.
Yeah.
I literally just raised that. So over here, folks, we're just looking at the fact that they've stacked a couple of tanks. And I don't mean skateboards stacked either or bikes stacked. I mean, they've just got them parked here. So, Loach, what are they doing with that? What's the purpose? Actually, Riley, you're the super tanker. Tell me, what are they doing, man?
Let me just scoot over and have a look. I was watching the 3-para recon car, which has just been bazookaed, I hear, in the distance as I fly through the air.
Very good.
Sorry, let me have a look. What spawn are we going to have a look at? Middle spawn?
So, at the moment, they're at Bravo 4, Keypad 7. They've got 2 tanks parked there, and they're just bringing their 76 through. So why are they stacking tanks there, mate?
It's a very good question.
Just running, just so you know whose screen is what. It's I haven't worked out the functionality of actually getting people's screens to actually come up with a little label yet. I never got round to it because I just don't know who's going to be doing point of views until on the night. So on the top left at the moment is Lotion. On top right is Jagdpanther as he scoots through the bush trying to find some tanks. I would suggest what I'm expecting. Now, they're bringing a half track up as well. Okay, so that's a bit interesting. So there's the 76 is about a grid and a half out at the moment. But it looks like 3-para are dominating. Loach, they're now actually dominating the point well enough. I think they're going to get the capture here. There's Sweaty Plums is in there. 4-para? Okay, not sure what that's about. Waggers 4-para.
Oh, that's their trainee system. So if you're a trial for the 3-para clan, you are a fourth parachute regiment, and then you graduate to 3rd once they decide you're worthy of them.
I like it.
That's nice. Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
So what they're doing at the moment is Jimmy, Aces, all the 3-para guys, the normal 3-para guys, they're sending in the 4-para to see if he dies or if he does well. because he's in the point and they're all hanging at the back. That's excellent. What are they doing back there? Riley, you've got that on your map. What are there's the cap. Finally, we've had the cap. Oh, the two guy's down. Waggers is down. Get a medic. No, he's gone. He's dead. He's out. He's well, I know they're there. The public team's just marked that. We might just back off a little bit in my camera here and see what the hell's going on. I've got... Glasson's just subscribed. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it so much. It's very hard to do this when there's a 15-minute delay. And Blues played a tum-tum-tum. God, I'm so glad I've turned that down because it scares the shit out of me every time I do it. Stephen Van, have a look. I've got Attila the Fun there right over the back. He's coming in to try and to sort of take out their back stuff, I guess, but he's by himself. Zhao Zhao's up the hill as a medic. No one to res next to Zhao Zhao. Three Power are dominating the point. We've got a lot of folks there. Oh, geez, even get back further here, eh? I can't actually go any higher, by the way, because the map ceiling is here. It's just above Hill 400. This is going to be an absolute bastard to try and film if we get Hill 400 as the capture point, because you can't scroll up any higher. Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
They've capped it out.
Noticed that earlier.
All right, well,
he's satcheled.
He's satcheled.
Oh, he's trying. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the 76 has got a satchel on that rear right idler.
Just watching that top right screen there from Riley. That's excellent. So we've got a satchel on the tank, and he's going to follow it in to protect it, I guess. Okay, so there's a bit of a push.
He can't find it.
He can't find it?
Can't find it. It might have been left on the ground.
Oh, right. Well, we're going to find out. Oh, there's it on the wheel.
No.
Oh, there it goes. What a great satchel. It was stuck on the track.
That was nasty. That was nasty.
Nasty. Well done, that. Whoever that person was. Have a cigar. Well played, sir. All right, I'm just going to go back to Arab and hit the... So Arab's... Guess where Arab is, guys? Come on. I bet you'll never work it out.
Look, he's certainly not going to heaven, is he?
Poor guy. He's been dead half the freaking match. No,
he doesn't even have a screen, does he? He just gives us a still picture of the, killed in action deploy screen.
All right. Can we feel the rage from Magical Arab? He's just deploying in now. We've got him on full screen now just to see what he actually does. How's that coming through? It's not coming through. Oh, it's a little bit blurry, yeah. This is the trouble with the full screen, because I'm running a full screen. It actually drops some frames when I do it. So we'll go back to the mini. Take away the he's alive again, guys. Okay, so there's a public team push here from down the south, was what I was trying to get at. No, it's up north, should I say. And they've got a garrison on map edge. Again, though, not a lot of garrisons. They've tried a few in the Bergstein Church area, which, if you watch the video that I was filming the other day at the start here, and the airplane flying out from that little airstrip, well, that's literally like just here, that airstrip now. Just in this area here. And so you fly there and you turn right and you're at the hill already, because Bergstein's the township on your right when the airstrip's just here. Anyway, little pieces like that I find fascinating. It gives you a bit of perspective about stuff. So from the map north here, which is Roa River House, I think it's called, or Roa River House, they're just doing a push, and that's where their garrison is. They've got a couple of garries around Hill 500 and the Bergstein Church. Riley, what have you got? I'm just going to flick to your screen. What have you got for... garrisons on your map at the moment now from the Three Power guys?
As you can see, they've got one on east and one on map north, and one pretty much bang on the point at Flak. They've just got an attacking Gary up in E5 for Bergstein Church. Otherwise, it's pretty dispersed, so it could go either way here.
There it is. Now, for those watching at home, oops, sorry, wrong screen. Let's go back to hit the top right and Arab on top left. The missus is doing the election thing today and helping out with that, so I'm on kid duty tonight. So it's a little bit interesting. The young'uns have had a big day, but they're still not tired. So I'm sort of relying on technology and random screen shuts to jump out of here and go and deal with stuff. And expert commentary from the boys. Now we've got definitely a bit of a push here up north, and they're just starting to get sector control, the BiGD public team. We're watching Arab top left and hit the top right. And the public team are just starting to take it back a little bit here from Three Power. We just saw the point turn a little bit just then, but I guess we're going to have to see what Three Power do to respond to this. Sector control is where we actually have, control of this area up here, control of this area here. I think that 3 Power have got enough going on. No, there's the cap starting to turn now. So they'll be watching that. They'll be seeing that blue come up, and they'll start to understand there's a little bit of pressure on them here. What they do hold, though, is that up the hill stuff. Now, Loesch, as we said before, if you control that hill, you know, what are the two ways you assault a hill like that? You've either got to shoot better or flank way around the back. They don't have either of that going at the moment, so 3 Power are returning, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. And you can look at their flank on the north side as well. Again, it's downhill. It's a very hard slog to come back up to flat from there. You're better off pushing from hill 400, getting control there, and E5, F5 if you can.
And I said that in the pre-round video as well a couple of times there. The most important areas, and I'll just zoom right down into it now, is where Centurion is here. Centurion and BiGD. Those two guys are doing exactly what you should be doing. Dual machine guns on the hill, overwatching. Let's go and have a look. Look at that there. Look at the bullets coming out of this guy. Oh, he's gone full Rambo. He's just squeezed the trigger permanently. But look at that overwatch they've got from up here. You have to be a pretty good shot with a rifle from down there to be. God, he just put the full mag out then. Reload, son, reload. There we go. They've got some beautiful overwatch from up here, and that's the problem for the public team at the moment. They don't control the hill. It means they're always attacking. And when you run, let's think about that. When you run, you're not looking up high, are you? You're looking straight ahead. That's how do you run.
One of the challenges of that sort of vertical gameplay, you know, as Obi-Wan said, you know, it's over, I have the high ground. Well, the same applies on this map. Regardless of the points, you kind of need to control Hill 400.
Absolutely. Hill 400 is the premier territory. Whoa, that was a really nice something that just hit Senpai. Probably a grenade by the look of that. There's Pats and Soups down the bottom here. We're just going to back off a little bit here and get a little bit of a better view. So, yeah, here, Attila's trying. Attila's the one that's trying. So, what I'm going to do, Riley, I'm going to get you to have a bit of a chat about where you think this should go right now for a minute or two, mate. Thank you.
Well, looking at it, looks like 3 Power have got a sort of almost a J shape in their garrison, stretching down from F3 down to, what's that, E6? So obviously all the public team is stretched up in that E and E3 corner. So they kind of need to either get behind them and create a pocket that they can start putting pressure on from behind, which I can hear a bombing run.
Yeah, I just saw that coming in just then, mate.
Yeah.
Did it hit much of anything? It's gone over a Gary. Did it get the Gary?
Yeah, it got the Gary on point. So a bit more pressure is going to come down. 3 Power got 3 or 4 OPs, well, pretty much bang on the point, but 2 of them are hot. Well, one's gone now. So either way.
So just watching Waggers here while you're saying there's pressure getting put on. Waggers is actually in the middle of all the public team, taking them out. He just killed 2. He killed somebody. I think it might have been probably Arab. No, Arab's alive. I'll give him that.
That's a Christmas miracle.
He's killed somebody. He's killed Rabbit. He's killed somebody else now. That's really good play from their trial guy. He's right in the middle of it, cutting off their attack.
Look, if this doesn't secure him a spot in their full-time team, I don't know what will.
Look, make him commander from here. The current one's rubbish. Let's make this guy commander. That's what I say. So, all right, backing off a little bit now. I've got a supply drop coming in. I thought that was an airhead for a second, but it's not. Having a bit of a look now from up the hill. There's Nicoblipolis, wheelbarrow with an N. He's coming in down the south. Oh, yeah, okay. So what's happened here is that 3 Power have come around the back of... they've cut that off. They've cut this off nicely. So whilst the public team are now getting into the point, what's going to happen is they're going to have all their stuff removed from behind them. Arab's dead again. That's because they're coming in behind you, mate. You've got to deal with that. Oh, dear. That poor old Arab is not having the time of his life out there tonight.
He's really not, is he?
He's not.
He's certainly contributing to the fertiliser in the old Hurtgenwald here.
Well, they don't need any for these fucking trees. I think there's
as
enough.
We said, this map is a grind. Whether you're an infantryman, whether you're artillery, or whether you're in a tank, it is hard work.
Well, and that's it. This is all about the grind, this map. And
we got an airhead.
3 Power, where's that coming in? I could hear the plane. Yeah, there it is.
East of the point. Yeah, it looks like public airhead.
That's not a bad airhead. Have they seen it? See, this is the thing. Airheads are a little bit more realistic on this map because you can't see shit. You're so busy trying to look behind all the rocks in front of you. This is a good airhead. This one's going to succeed, I think. Sporting's actually trying to sweep to get to that airhead to protect it. Have they got any garrisons or OPs down there, Riley?
No, not within 200. So that's going to be a 25, 30-second run,
right,
regardless.
I'm keeping on your screen right now, mate. I want you on that airhead. Hang on that and hang on whatever happens from that spawn wave as it comes in, please. Loach, we've got your screen as well, so nice, good, slow movements there. I need to tell the boys that, of course. I want you to hover right over the point if you can, please, mate. Right in close. That close in fighting. I want to watch what's going on there at squad level. And I'm just going to scoot around the top here because I think this is a critical moment. There's a bit of a wall of bodies just out the back there. Is that near the airhead? No, that's near the garrison by the look of that.
The airhead has gone undetected.
Undetected, and that's the thing
Nothing
about Hill 400,
well.
isn't it? That's the thing about Hill 400. Airhead is good. Wormhole's even called it, and there's the spawn wave. Just saw him coming at the top of the map there, and Riley's following in the top right corner. Top left corner is Loesch on the point. This is about to get really brutal. What we're going to see here, hopefully, is some of those squad leaders drop some OPs out the back there, and then starts pushing their troops through. But what the public team need to do, of course, is to keep the pressure on the other point so it distracts the three Paragons. They have no idea. Loesch, I want you right in over that point, mate, watching out the back there as that wave comes in. I want to see what happens to the guys on the point. As we circle over the top here, this is a great sport. But the downside of that for the public team, if we look on the left on my screen, is of course the main screen, is that 3Power have taken all the stuff down on the river there. Just a quick look at that. That garrison down on the river is locked. So the public aren't coming in there. So it's a bit of a trade-off, isn't it? You take some forces from one spot, you lose that area, but you gain something somewhere else. Have the public team, Riley, have they got this? Are they going to be able to push through and take the point?
Not sure yet. Like you said, I think they've basically made their front line now behind the enemy. And I think they still need two fronts of attack to make this successful.
All right, I'm seeing some commentary over there in the chat. Needs more tanks and needs garrisons. I think I definitely agree with the second one. I'm jury's out on that first one.
You always need more tanks.
I tell you what, says the guy who never plays tanks at all. I think a tank rolling into the point right now would be quite beneficial because what you'd have is massive firepower on that right side there on my screen, whilst on the left, of course, you've got a wave of troops. I think 3Power on the point have responded well to this. Loesch, what do you think there, mate? I think they're responding well.
They've adjusted very quickly, but they know they're sandwiched. You can see that the public team's starting to push in from both sides, and they're getting sandwiched at the moment.
Yeah, I think I just saw some sort of tank or half track just blew up down the bottom here. Not sure what that was. I missed that. I saw the explosion in the corner of my eye, so we might have to go back and look at that in the post-match review to see what the hell was going on. So, okay, this has been shut down here. Let's see what they've built out there. The garrison's locked. They've got 4 OPs on the ground. They've still got an attacking wave on the front, though. So Kashi, Soups, Tomcat, Xiao Xiao, and Cheems have come in from the front, and James May is there holding with Senpai. Okay, that's pretty good. The commander's there, so the 3Power commander knows something's going on. But I'm seeing up the top right of my screen as well here that the public team knows that the 3Power guys have got stuff in E5 as well. Oh, I mean, they're all over the place. Everyone's all over the place at the moment. Where the hell do you watch? Well, we watch everywhere because we got multicam. Oh, yeah. Did you see what I did there? That was good. All right.
It was very smooth, mate.
Yeah, it was all right. Patent pending. So, all right, Riley. We've got only a couple of bodies back there now. I think they've lost their OPs, most of them. I think 3Power shut that down, haven't they?
Yeah, they pretty much have. They found the attacking garrison. I think they've just sniffed out the airhead. So I think that little insurgency's been sniffed out. Yeah,
there's Ethereal over the back there doing something. We'll see what happens. Ethereal's played pretty well ever since he's been in the BPL on streams. He actually got, was it a couple of weeks ago, he got 2 tank kills, didn't he?
Look, I would normally I would not believe that at all, but with such reputable commentary, I would have to believe it now.
Well, there it is. I think unfortunately we were hovering over it when he killed them, so we can't get away with it.
We should avoid that.
Loesch, 3Power have shut this down completely.
Yeah, I don't know if they've got a chance now. They've got one Gary in D4, and that's it. They're all trying to attack from one position. They've got no control over any sector except for maybe E4. They're going to need a miracle.
So they've never. Let's just talk about that for a second. Now I'm going to run back over to Arab and not Whiskey, Arab and Hitler, and just watch. Right, we're going to go back to Lotion because Arab's dead again. What are the chances, folks? Come on. All right, Loach top left and Hitler top right. Now we'll go to Arab. Poor bastard. Every time. He's worse than bread. So just having a look at the map while we look at those guys. 3 Para have dominated the hill the entire match. All right? There's 9 minutes left, by the way, so it's about 10 minutes, actually, or just over. 3 Para have dominated the hill the entire match. So we've got Delta Squad Vast, so that's Recon trying to get up there, Vast anyway, and get that garrison that's around the back there where Tango's just died. So they're doing well there. They haven't controlled the hill at all, which means that 3 Para were allowed to have a couple of guys there in about Fox 4 and just cover that area with some spawn points as well, I'm guessing. Now, the public team tried to control the water side, the river side there on the north side of the map, and they did for a little while. And they had a couple of garries there, but 3 Para shut that down pretty easy. And the reason for that was they were able to shoot down the hill. So you always take the high ground. I mean, you know, Obi-Wan had the high ground, and look how that worked out for Anakin.
Exactly.
So, there it is.
Exactly. And 3 Para have done that well. Like it's Strikeback, Centurion, and who's the third MG gunner? But they've just been constantly laying on their bellies up the hill, just laying that 8mm into the allies. So it's worked really well for them.
And that's exactly it. So that's been the problem for the public team. They've been pushing shit uphill in the rain with the sharp stick for the entire match. And you can't go uphill here. You've got to try and get downhill. Downhill is an easier attack. So there's something for everyone to take into the back of their minds for all the matches tonight and tomorrow night, I think. Cash is down there in front of us there. The Blues, see, 3 Para are now starting to push out of the point. Although, just noting, there's 4 guys, at least 1 squad leader back there. So that's a good start. 3 AT guys. Well, that's a little bit interesting. For the public team there, we're just going to run around to the water side and see what's happening down here. There's still quite a bit of shutdown there. Looking back here now, isn't it great to be able to see these icons at distance? Ethereal, he got the garrison, did he?
He got the garrison. Sniped it from the hill. He snuck up on them.
There it is. Okay, so that's a good start for the public team. But did their squad leader get an OP down? No, he did not. So that entire push around the back, squad leader's dead, so that's the end of that push. They've got 10 minutes or less, depending on how the count goes tonight.
Yeah, they've got just over 10 minutes, 10 and 20, basically.
There we go. So, oh, geez, they've got to control, they've got to get Hill 400 and then push down. They haven't tried that yet. They've tried everything from the south, and they've got close to the point. And, I mean, they are sort of close to it right now. They're about 200 metres out from the point.
Well, have you seen what Wormwold's just done?
I'm just watching him
Big
there.
Commander. Yeah.
Just what's he
He's
up
just
to?
driven straight in. He's taken a truck. He's driven straight into the point, and he's sitting next to BiGD, one of their machine gunners.
Literally watching that now, and he's throwing spitballs to the air at the moment. There's some smoke. See, leading from the front is good, but and this happens all the time. You get frustrated as the commander, so you get out and you actually move, and you get somewhere where you've been telling your team to get for the last 10, 20 minutes, and
now. Oh, no.
Oh, there's a satchel, was it? Or
No, that was BPL with the MG42. Just gave that American truck everything.
All right, and I just looked up at the screen, and of course, Arab's dead again. I don't even know what to do for Arab anymore.
No one does, mate.
He's just not having a good match. He is, honestly, folks, he is a lot better than this. He's just dying. And poor.
And we promised he didn't pay us to say that.
No, he did not. He he's suffering a little bit from the common problem, which was in chat about 25 minutes ago, and that is, where are the public team's garrisons? I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 OPs, 8 OPs. That's great, and they're all in Echo 3, 4. Delta Squad's trying to do something. Here's a bombing run. This is going to hurt. This one. If it's the 3 Para bombing run, no, that's the public team's bombing run. It's picked up a couple of the guys there from the 3 Para. Did it get the garrison? I'm interested.
It did not. No, it didn't get the garrison or their half track.
No.
But they are taking the point.
Yeah, there is
I think
a push
it's
now.
tactic capping it.
And this is the last 10 minutes. So this is what happens every time, is they just throw all caution to the wind and go, fuck it, it's game time. And they run into the point, and it works. The trouble is they've got no garrison to spawn off of. Oh, they've just laid one in Echo 4, but it's locked, of course, because it's too close. They should have a garrison in Delta 4, boys. I'm sorry, but that's just inexcusable. At least a garrison in Delta 4, and then maybe, southeast somewhere. I don't know. But
you want a line of 3 down D line, D column. You want to try getting an attacking one in E3, F3 somewhere, and same again in E5, F5, somewhere around there for the flanks.
As we're looking at that now, at least 3, Loesch. That's we got 1 and a dodgy 2 if you count the one that's locked at the moment. But you need at least 3 more. It's about giving you guys options. I mean, they've got lots of OPs. That's great, but it only takes a determined push from Hitler, who is of course in the top right camera. We're just watching him now. He's coming around behind the public team, and guess what he's going to do? Oh, no, he's going to die. Attila covers it well. Attila's probably saved the public team just then, because what's been occurring, of course, is they've lost all their stuff around the back there. Strikes up the hill. We've got a little bit of action on the hill now. Vast and Hoogs is up there trying to do something. Zesty's coming in where the 3 power go. Guys, I think this might be a bit interesting. There's a 3 power spawn wave up there. 1-2 down. Vast has taken him out. Excellent work from Vast. He's marked something up there. Go for it.
Sorry, we've got an airhead coming in as well.
Who's airhead?
Straight into E4.
That is
public.
That's the publics as well. So they're throwing the dice now. This is the dice throw that you've got to do when you can't get sector control and you don't have a lot of choices left. You throw the dice and you have a go. They've finally got people on the hill, though. Look at that. Deoxy and Cash Cow. God, I love the fact I can read their names at this distance. So happy to Hubert for telling me how to do that. Shouts to Hubert for telling me that. That's great. So I've got Deoxy and Cash Cow up on the hill. Here's Arab. Arab, come on, mate. Give us that game changer. Oh, he's taking Tango down. Arab's got his first kill. Maybe, I don't really know, but he's got somebody.
All odds point to that's his first kill, isn't it?
I don't want to be that guy, but it is what it is, isn't it? Arab's got a bit of trouble, though, now. We're watching his screen. He's looking downhill, and he's going to get shot in the back of the head. He's got his map open. Oh, this is tight now. 5 minutes to go, folks. This is where we start to get real. Everyone in chat's sort of been twiddling their thumbs going, where are the garrisons? Where are the garrisons? Oh, Arab's down. He got shot in the back of the head, as I well predicted about 40 minutes ago. No. But he did well up there. He's actually put some pressure on it. Cassie and Deoxy, though, have held that hill area just off the side, which is putting pressure on the guys, the 3 power guys, to get to the... Well, they're on the point to move forward. The public team are out the front here. They're actually pushing hard, but they're not going to get through this wall of 3 power unless they control the point itself and the spawns in. Deoxy and Saw just traded, and they're both dead. And Cashy's up there as well. Tommy's coming around the back now. Hitler's coming around the back now. I think they're going to lose their OPs here. If they lose those OPs, it's absolutely GG, because they've got no other options. Quickly looking at the map there, you can see it's just OPs, nothing else at the moment. So this is it for the public team. If they cannot control that area and get a garrison down or get something happening and push forward, they're not going to do it. And they aren't, are they? Loesch, they're not going to do this, are they?
It's just too much, too little. And you got to remember that 2 minutes to go, they're going to throw down that reinforce on the point, and you've got no hope unless you can wipe everyone off that point.
And look, pound for pound in the Premier League, nobody is so good that they can kill lots and lots of people every single time. Eventually you do get shot in the head and you have to rinse and repeat.
Have you met Denmark? Or?
Well, he does well, but I see him die all the time too. It's you can't be consistent all the way through to the point unless you've got everybody playing that well, and the public team are not doing that at the moment. They're trading here. So this is what I call trading, where you'll kill 1 or 2, then you'll lose 1 or 2, and they're not making ground. They're still, by my reckoning, about 100 to 250 metres out from the point, and that's where they've been for the last 10 minutes. Having said that, they are putting pressure on the point, enough so there was just a little bit of a sneaky turn just happened then.
Yeah, we had another one.
It's hovering, it's flashing, so there's numbers here.
The problem is 3 power know where their main push is. 3 power have marked the absolute, whatever you can say on Twitch, out of E4. So they know their main push is coming through there. So
what's occurred there, though, as I look at the map close in. They got their garrison there for a brief period of time. It was working, and there's a half track next to it. So they've actually got something in Echo 4 to push their troops forward more. And if those go, well, I think the half track just went, yeah, there it goes. So that's yeah.
Yeah, the Germans are about to send a bombing run over that Big D team there. So this is going to get nasty really quick.
All right, what I'm going to do, boys, is I'm going to jump onto your two screens. Low should get into the point, please, and sit over the 3 para guys. Riley,
sorry, I was just sorry. I just watched Waggers take down 7 people in a row.
Here it comes. Oh, Waggers, this is the new guy. See, oh, look at that. There we go. Shred, shred, shred. How good is that? All right, so what I'm going to get you to do, Loesch, is just follow the Big D guys there that are trying to attack and just hover over them. Riley, I'm going to get you to hover over the actual 3 para guys that are defending that area, and I'm just going to stay up nice and high and watch this. That bombing run shredded about 4 or 5 of the Blues there, which is, of course, the public team. I think that's probably going to be enough. Although, oh, yeah, look, there's a spawn wave right in close. But let's see, they're just dying. They're just bam, bam, bam. There, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 just died in a row. Tomcat's the only one left. Not 3 OPs in tight. No, it's not going to happen here. It's not going to happen here.
I think that's what 3 para have done really well. They've taken their knowledge of the map into consideration, and they've also taken the knowledge of being German into consideration, because they've used the height and a hell of a lot of MG42s. Like BiGD with the MG42, he must be on 1 million kills, because he has just mown down everything.
Yeah. That's the end of the Big D public team's push. That's all over there. There's nothing left for them there now. They've lost all their points. Look at 3 para now surging out of the point. There's about 8 or 10 there. They're all over. They're on the hill still. So those guys that tried to attack the hill from the public team, they've never managed to get down from the hill at all. We had a couple there, which was Kashi and someone else, I think, for a little while. We're doing well up there. I just can't remember who it was, unfortunately.
I think it was Attila, wasn't it?
No, Deoxy was up the hill there, and he was doing pretty well. The recon lead was trying to get some effect up there. But what we've seen here, there's GG called. I believe that's GG called by Dark Angel. Yeah, that's it. GG, ladies and gents. So that is the end of it. 3 para, a convincing win here. And the way I will summarise it is that they had control of Hill 400 for the entire map, more or less, or close enough to the point that they could not lose because of that control. The firepower and the spawn-ins they could do as a result of that have allowed them to dominate the public team and win the game. The public team, though, to their credit, a couple of times there, put the challenge on, threw the gauntlet down and had a go, and that was pretty good. It really put the pressure on 3 para, but they came through. I'd honestly say that the Waggers guy from 3 para, or 4 para, has to be one of the MVPs. He did really well, didn't he, Riley?
Absolutely. I'd go, Waggers, or for me, be Waggers or BiGD. Those guys pretty much locked down hundreds of metres worth of area.
Yeah. You can hear the Middle Eastern trigger to the air of success there as everyone empties all of their magazines into the air. I hope I don't get hit in this camera. Quick highlights from you, Loesch.
Or I have to say, it's that play I saw from Waggers coming down the trench. He dropped a whole squad with 1 mag, dropped another squad leader, and then another 2 beyond that. It was a great run.
All right, that's beautiful. Riley, highlights from you specifically?
It was really just that control of the hill with the MGs from the 3 para guys was very impressive. They knew their team, they knew the geographical advantages, and they used them.
Absolutely. All right, so what we're going to do now, gentlemen, is we're just going to put the jazz music on. We are going to take a quick break so I can go and sort my kids out and make sure they're happy. And then we're going to come back and we're going to cast the second match tonight, which is a scratch match between Foy Boys and NRD AAS. I look forward to you lads joining me again for that. And we'll see you in about, I'd say 7 minutes, according to my clock here. Maybe
Very
a little
accurate.
less. So it's 7:21 p.m. my time because I'm at Radelaide. So we'll be back here just before the next match starts. Thanks for watching. I'm just going to let the jazz play and let this screen flick around there. Talk soon, folks.